I recently bought myself the Apple iPhone 17 Pro, and I recently treated myself to the Apple Silicone case for the iPhone 17 Pro. And the reason I use a different word there is because this case has, I think, a fatal flaw, and yet I bought it anyway, so it qualifies for me as a treat as part of that process. Okay, the stuff I like about this case. Number one is how it feels in my hand. It has a sort of weird, soft, dry feeling that feels really nice in my hand. It feels a little bit like sort of fake velvet, but not really, but on my fingertips it feels really pleasant, and it's got just enough friction that if I put it on the arm of a chair or like rest it on the mattress beside me as I'm lying face down in the morning trying to look at messages, it doesn't move around. I find the glass or the metal backs that phones have had means that you've got to be very, very careful when you put it down on anything other than a completely flat surface, otherwise it will just gradually slide. I also really like the fact that on the back, this lip that goes all the way across means that you'd stop the wobble. When you put this on its back on a surface, there's a perfectly even structure for it to sit on, so you don't get a wobble as you type in different parts of the screen. That's really nice. I also really like the lip all the way around the front, which just means that the screen, if you put it face down on a surface, is lifted up on that surface all the way around. I think that is one of my favorite things about this. I like putting my phone face down. I like being able to say this phone is not part of what I'm doing right now, so it's face down. I'm not looking at the screen. I still get notifications on my watch, but I'm not looking at the screen. But I felt like I feel like I can't do that if the phone doesn't have a case on it. This one, just that simple bumper all the way around, lifts the screen off the surface. It means I can put it down. It also makes a nice noise, nice clunk as I put it down, which I really like. The reason I don't particularly like that case over time is because I find the Apple Silicone degrades, and one of the things that goes first is that nice velvety soft touch feel. They start to go, this is an older case of mine, it will be hard to pick it up on camera, but it started to go a little bit shiny in how it the touch points around it. I've had loads of these cases over time. There's one for the 6S. And I do like them, but they do degrade over time. And so my decision to buy one this time was me thinking, this is the first year I've thought, I know that this case is going to get less good over time, but I'm going to buy it anyway. Now, that's a slightly mad calculation to make, perhaps, on a case that costs 50 quid. They're not cheap, these cases from Apple, and I think they should do a better job of lasting for the price they are. But I really am so happy with this. It feels great in my hand. I like the fact that my phone feels like my own again once it's got this case on. It feels protected, but it feels like it fits into my life better because of that slight friction on the case and the fact that it goes face down, and I've got this bar along here that means it doesn't rock on the table. It feels like much more my phone now than the phone did when it was without its case. The thing I'm going to have to be careful of is that as this phone gets older and this case degrades, before this case goes out of production, I need to make sure I buy at least one more of them in order that I'm going to get the same benefits and protection before Apple takes them off market when the iPhone 18 and then 19 come out. I've got a bit of time, and yes, you are right. If you're watching this thinking, Chris, you are already committing to spending £100 at least on cases. I agree that is a mad thing. This feels nice. It's my treat. The iPhone 17 Pro, I am aware, should qualify as a treat. It's a bit of a workhorse tool for me. It's a really nice to have workhorse tool, and I'm very lucky that I can have this model in particular. But the phone itself feels much more like I'm getting this to be able to do the things I need and want to do. The case is the treat part because I know it's going to go south, and yet for the time I have it and for the time I replace it, I'm going to be super happy with how it feels.